Hello, and welcome to another Crafters Northwest video. Today I am here as a guest designer with the Inspiration Collaboration Design Team. They do 2 videos a month, a collaboration like today's video, and a mystery envelope challenge. This month's collaboration is a doozy, mostly because there are so many different options. June's challenge is investment product. Now, if you know me, you know my brain spirals with 11 billion different ideas. And then the questions follow every single one of those ideas. Does it have to be expensive to be an investment? Is it something consumable or not consumable? Is it something that somebody else is already going to do a video on? Those are just some of the so many questions that pop up. That being said, I have actually narrowed it down for you to just 1100. Just kidding. But seriously, I couldn't narrow it down to just one. So let's take a look at investing in a basic toolkit. Now, these do not come pre-built. That would be so cool if they did. But here we are. So these are listed not in order of importance because they're all important, but just kind of grouped together, sort of. So let's take a look and see what we have. So the largest item that we have, and it is the most expensive item in this kit, is the paper trimmer and refill blades. So of course you could use a ruler and a craft knife, but this makes things just so much easier. So it is important to change your blades when they get dull. That way you don't have fuzzy edged papers and it doesn't catch and tear your paper where you don't want it to. You can keep the duller blades to cut things like glitter paper, shimmer paper, chipboard, things like that, where it doesn't matter quite as much. The Stampin' Up! Trimmer has both a cutting and a scoring blade, and it has a lip at the 6-inch to stop your paper when this arm is closed. And when it is fully extended, it measures 17¼ inches. There are helpful measurements at both the top and the bottom of the paper trimmer, as well as in the center, so you can keep those shorter pieces lined up correctly. So continuing with things that cut, we also need some scissors. These small snips are great for fussy cutting, and they're small so they fit in a bag a little bit easier. So now that we have started with cutting, let's move on to gluing. So as you can see, I have many different types of glue here. And that's because there's so many different needs when it comes to gluing. And to be honest, I don't even have all of the glues here that Stampin' Up! Carries. So we have Stampin' Up! Seal and Seal Plus. I only have the Seal right now because I ran out of the Seal Plus. We have the green glue, the Tombow Multi-Purpose Liquid Glue. Mine has no label because I've torn it off. We have tear and tape for those projects that need a super strong hold, and glue dots. Don't forget the dimensionals. Now these are just regular sized dimensionals, but there are minis as well, and they are fabulous. Let's see. The last 2 sticky items that I have are ugly washi and post-it flags. I know this washi isn't necessarily ugly, but that's what I call it with my ladies, is ugly washi. That washi that you're not going to use on anything else. Perfect to put in your toolkit for this reason, right? These are great for adding ribbons or putting together clusters or holding dies in the machine. The post-it flags are also good for holding the die cuts and for marking your book as to things you want to add to your want list. A few other things that I have with the glue that are not so gluey is an adhesive eraser. It is perfect for when you need to get rid of some glue. It doesn't work on all glues, but it does on most tapes and on the green glue once it's been dried. We have an embossing buddy. that is perfect for when you don't want your sticker sticky or your embossing powder to stick. And the last thing that we have is the silicone mat, craft mat. This is super helpful when building clusters or adding glue to a project that's small, or you're not quite sure what your precision is going to be with your glue. So, of course, we need blocks to work with. So these are great for stamping. They're also great for a number of other techniques. So here in my hand, I have block B, C, D, and H. Sorry for the glare there. There are two larger blocks. Here we have E and F. And as you can see, they are quite large. They are handy, but I would not put them in the basic toolkit, but I wanted to show them to you. Of course, with our blocks and our messy techniques, sorry, that's kind of loud, is a chamois. So I do have mine in a stamp case. I do keep it wet. I rinse it out every now and again when it gets full, and you're good to go. Now for the rest of the things. So we have some handy dandy tools that you'll use often, or at least I find I do. So we have, of course, a pencil, a pen, and a journaling pen. We have a ruler or two. I love this tiny little 6-inch ruler. I use it more than any other ruler that I have. I wish Stampin' Up! Carried one. We have Post-it notes in various sizes, as well as an eraser. The Post-it notes are great for masking techniques, notes, holding dies, and a variety of other things. We have a bone folder, perfect for card making, burnishing papers, especially when you're using the green glue. Tweezers help put down small pieces. The Take Your Pick tool has so many different options. You have a gummy end to pick up your paper. You have a piercing tool and a spatula on one tool. You have two different sized embossing styluses on another. Plus, you have a gummy refill all in one. It's fantastic. And last but not least in my kit are these flossers. So I used to have a needle threader on my list, and it's a great thing to have. I found that I would break mine frequently and have to replace it. So I saw these, trying to get that one back in. I saw these and I had to have them. And they are great for adding string and ribbon to pages or projects, whether it's through a tag hole or a hole that you pierce with your piercing tool. Either way. But I do love them. Maybe we can add that to our list of things to convince Stampin' Up! To carry. And these ones came in this neat little carry case, so that's super handy. So that, my friends, is it for my basic toolkit. There are, of course, other things that could be added, but I was trying to keep it to the basics, and even that got a little bit big. How you want to organize it is up to you. I tend to use some stamp cases and some 5x7 cases, and believe it or not counting these blocks, everything that you see here, minus the trimmer and the full-size ruler, they all fit in these 4 cases. Well, 5 if you count the chamois case. So that is something to consider on how you store it. And then you can put them in a basket or a box, similar to these. Right? Whatever makes you happy. Or you can use pencil pouches and fit things in that way. So, like I said, how you do it is up to you and what works for your space and your brain and your supplies. I want to say thank you to the Inspiration Collaboration Design team for inviting me to be a guest designer in today's collaboration. And thank you to you as well for taking the time to watch my video. I really do appreciate it, and I would love to know if you would add something else to your basic toolkit. So thank you again for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day.